What is up, guys? Jordan here with the deck box, coming back to you with another top deck. I know so far we've hit the first place from St. Louis and the first place from Malmo. Now we're going to be looking at the second place list from Collinsville, piloted by Natalie Shampay, which is kind of a huge deal for a lot of reasons. One, there's kind of some controversy behind the first place list, so she could potentially be the first place person. Who knows? I don't know what's entirely going on with that. There was some issues about maybe he started the day with a different list and then switched at the end of the day. So if that was the case, then potentially Natalie in second place could be first. The other thing is, kind of a hot topic in the community for a while there was women in the game. No issues with it or anything. It's just that's what people are talking about. You know, how do we kind of boost, I guess, have more women in the game and treat them with respect, you know, because some guys were treating them with less than due respect because they're women and, you know, think it's a man's game or whatever. And so it's a huge deal for a woman like Natalie to, you know, come up and do so well at a tournament and just, you know, destroy all of us, really. And so we are going to be talking about her list that she used at that tournament, kind of a unique list, and then I'll be showing you some matches with my friend Matt. Real quick, some housekeeping things though. I am super excited to announce that this week I'm looking at getting a new logo for the channel, a new intro video, so we can kind of, you know, spruce things up around here, make it look good. And this is all part of, I guess, branding the channel a little bit better. And then from there, potentially getting into some streams. That's what I'm hoping to do with Twitch. Still working on getting that all set up and setting up times and things like that to be able to stream for a decent amount of time for you guys. So I'm really looking forward to that. I hope you guys are looking forward to that too. It's going to be a good time. But like I said, later this week, more likely next week though, we should have our logo and a new intro and outro video. So I'm super excited for that. Hope you guys are as well. But now we are going to hop into this list. I'm going to show it to you. And then, like I said, we're going to grab some matches with my good friend Matt. So she played the Buzzwall Garbodor list a little bit differently than how it typically is played. It's not played with the Trash Lance. So we're going to run through how it is played. So she runs 3 Buzzwall GX, of course. This is your main attacker. It sets up some early pressure with Jet Punch, being able to snipe and hit the active, and potentially take some turn one if you go second knockouts against some small basic Pokemon, which of course are kind of flooding the format right now, which is great. And then its other two attacks are just massive, pretty much one-shot machines right now, especially with strong energy still in format. It makes Knuckle Impact just an absolute monster. And of course, Absorption GX, where you do 40 damage for each of your remaining prize cards, is much better early on. But that's going to be what you start with. Take those 2 prizes and then knock some stuff out with Knuckle Impact and kind of clean sweep the board. So really, really solid card. I at first wasn't a fan of this card, but I'm really starting to like it now. It's done well for me in the past. Then from there, Natalie played 2 Carbink break lines, so a 2-2 line of this. Something to note, there are 2 different Carbinks. So there is the Energy Keeper one, which typically people like to play because it keeps your energy on your Pokemon, your basic energy attached to your basic Pokemon, which would be helpful in this list. But she chose to go with the Safeguard one, which of course the ability does not matter here because it is a Garbodor list. But if you'll notice, the Energy Keeper only has 80 HP, whereas the Safeguard has 90 HP. So that's of course why she went with that. Just something to note whenever you do build this list. But the main thing you're looking at here is Diamond Gift, where you get to attach 2 energy cards, 2 energy cards from your discard pile to one of your fighting Pokemon, which is very, very important. You can set up some Buzzwalls pretty quickly once you discard some stuff early on. Something to keep in mind. That was something that I don't always see with Carbink is, I'm afraid to dump my energy, and then it's like, oh no, it's not a big deal because you can get it back, and you can get it back faster than normal. So definitely a good attack to look at, especially on a 1 prize Pokemon as support. Then Natalie played 1 Zygarde EX. This, of course, a lot of people play in their Buzzwall list because Zygarde is weak to Grass and not Psychic like Buzzwall. So it allows you to kind of handle some of those Psychic decks a little bit better. It's not as good of a card as Buzzwall. Doesn't hit for near as much. It has some healing in there, so that's decent. but certainly doesn't hit as hard. But like I said, it's really just there for those psychic matchups where you're having a tough time. Then from there, 2 Tapu Lele GX, pretty standard in most of our lists where we run 2 to 3 for that Wonder Tag ability, getting to search your deck for any supporter that you need to get set up, to Guzma, whatever the case is. Lele is definitely a great card. And of course, Energy Drive's never a bad backup attack. And then from there, she ran a 2-2 Garbotoxin Garbodor line. Now, something I noticed on her list that she turned in, she plays one of each Trubbish. I wish I had a reason for you as to why. She runs no Rainbow Energy, so none of these attacks are useful. They both have the same HP, they both have the same weakness, same resistance, same retreat cost, everything. So I have no idea why she played a split. Maybe that's what she had on her. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter at all. You play whichever Trubbish you want. It's not going to make a difference. And then, of course, Garbotoxin, where you get to shut down all abilities in play, yours and your opponent's, as long as a tool is attached to Garbodor. So that can be helpful in a lot of matchups nowadays. You know, Zoroark lists, of course, Gardevoir, Decidueye, things like that. Definitely great to shut those abilities down and slow your opponent. Then from there, our items. She does not run a ton of them, but we do run 4 Max Elixirs, is just to speed through our energy, get Buzzwole set up quickly, and just kind of power through your matchups. Then just 2 Ball Searches, and that's 2 Nest Ball and 4 Ultra Ball. Obviously, most of the list is basic with Buzzwole, Carbink, and Zygarde, and Trubbish, of course. And the Ultra Ball is really mainly to get your Lele's out, and maybe the random Garbodor or Carbink break, and of course, they can search other Pokemon out as well. Then Natalie played 2 Parallel City. It's great to be able to shrink up your opponent's bench, especially if you're about to take a solid knockout from the active. You do need to be careful playing this card, though. A lot of people make the mistake of playing it down whenever all your opponent has to do is dump a Lele or 2, and that helps them. Lele does them no good once it's on their bench. You know, unless they choose to attack with it, which is very rare. But they're usually using it for the ability, and that's it. So, know when to use this. It's always great to use it early before they get their Lele's, and that way they kind of have to constrict their bench, or late whenever there's a Lele in the active and everything on the bench matters and they have to dump something important. So just something to keep in mind. Play this card wisely and it will do well for you. Then from there, lots of draw supporters. We're looking at 3 Cynthia from the new Ultra Prism set, 1 Lily, which of course is mainly for the first turn. We have 2 N, and that's more late game. And then 4 Sycamore. This is something I am not used to seeing recently anyway. With 4 Sycamore, I've kind of dropped my counts to 1 or 2 because I run a higher Cynthia count because I don't want to dump my cards. But in this list, it's okay because, like I said, Carbink is going to get your energy back, so you're able to cycle through stuff faster. And for me personally, I had to kind of reprogram my mind to think that way when playing this list. Then from there, the tools, we have 3 Fighting Fury Belts. This allows us to tank our Pokemon, Buzzwole, bringing them up to 230 HP, matching Gardevoir is just insane. So those Fury Belts definitely help. And, adding that 10 damage can be relevant at times. Then from there, we have 4 Floatstone. This, of course, is to set up Garbotoxin, mostly. We want to make sure that the ability to shut down, but if we don't need it for that, we can, of course, use it on our other Pokemon if we need them to get out of the active or whatever. Then from there, 4 Strong Energy. If you don't know what this card does, basically, it allows your fighting Pokemon to do an additional 20 damage for each of these attached. So if you're doing math there in your head, 1 or 2 of these on top of a Buzzwole can really add up and pretty much knock out whatever you need it to. So a really amazing card. I'll be very sad to see it go in September when things rotate. Who knows? Maybe they'll reprint it. It has been reprinted before. I don't know if that'll happen. If it does, I'll be super, super happy because there's lots of cards I would love to play it with. And then from there, 9 basic fighting energy. This, of course, is to make sure we hit our elixirs and get our energy out there beforehand. And then, of course, cycle through it with Carbink. So, guys, this is the list that Natalie played. We are going to now face off against my friend Matt in 3 matches. Okay, guys, now we're going to hop on here and face off against my friend Matt. As I mentioned before, he's helped us in some other videos of ours, just being a good opponent for us to face off against, mainly because I know that he's a good player, and it'll help me to really see how the deck works appropriately against someone that's skilled and not just random people on the ladder. I like to use good players whenever I have the chance to do some testing. So that's what we're going to be doing here tonight. Oh boy, he's going to do his mirror match. He's been messing with this turbo Buzzwall deck for past couple weeks, I guess. And I've seen it in action, and it's just, it's insane. It's like 16 energy or something crazy like that. 4 max elixirs, of course, just speeds through. And of course, we get the Lele start. Thanks for that. And we have, if I remember correctly, no recovery cards in this list. Thankfully, he gets a mulligan. Yeah, it's his mirror. Yeah, and on top of running through all those max elixirs and energy, he has puzzles in it, so it just keeps recycling, and it's just nasty. Absolutely nasty. It's one that's built to outspeed. Alright, so good news is we can shrink down our hand quite a bit. Let's take a peek through, see what we got going on. Alright, so we prized 1 Carbink. Prized, trying to remember here. 2 Cynthia. That hurts. Prized the Fury Belt is 4. And those are the only ones I can remember off the top of my head right now. We're going to start with Buzzwall. We're going to get him down. We're going to start getting some energy on him. Of course, we missed that one. Can't believe that. Should have probably Ultra Balled first, but that's fine. All this stuff is going to end up getting dumped with that Sycamore, which really kind of stinks. Or do I wait? Or do I dump a Sycamore and an energy, grab a Lele and Cynthia? I think I do that. Or I could grab... I don't know how bad his hand is. I assume if he had more Pokemon, he would play them. Unless he has a Lele. But there's no way of knowing that. So we are just going to Cynthia. Play it safe for now. Sadly, our only one right now. We're going to have to draw the other ones. Oh, we also prized a Guzma. That's right. This deck runs 4 Guzma. Pretty high counts on that. Sorry, let me get my phone out of the way. It's causing some static there. Alright, so we get another Max Elixir, so we can try that again. Oh my goodness. I mean, I guess 3 of them are in our hand, 1's in discard. That's fine. We're going to pass for now. Thankfully, we do have another strong energy, but the rest of our hand's pretty much dead at this point. So there's not much we can do. Parallel just kind of restricts him a little bit on his setup, which when I've seen him play this, it doesn't seem like he gets a ton of Pokemon out, because he doesn't have to. You know, he just gets, a couple, and he just blasts through. Oh, he has a Sycamore. And he's got to have some other cards he's playing, otherwise he would have... No, he's just going to dump them all. Wow. I mean, he's got puzzles, so it doesn't hurt him, I guess. 2 energy, a Guzma, and he dumped a puzzle. And a Lele. Huh. Okay. That Mew is going to hurt us pretty badly. I would love to top deck a Guzma right now. Just to take it out, get it out of the way. Now there's an Ultra Ball. Problem is I have nothing that I really want to discard. I don't want to dump those energy because I've already dumped some. But we can get it back with Carbink. Which, yeah, I guess so we can dump some energy now. We'll do that. We'll grab ourselves our Carbink, the only one we have right now. And set them up. And really, I know setting up Garb could be good, because of course he can't use his Lele's then, but right now his bench is full anyway. But it would prevent Mew from attacking. So that would be one reason to get Garbotoxin out. But with the way our hand was set up, getting that Carbink just made sense. Okay, so he's just gonna hit Buzzwall with Mew, which is fine because he's not gonna be able to knock us out. He's gonna do 60, which does hurt us. I mean, it's definitely not something to not do. We have a Float Stone. I'll put this on this guy because we are going to be knocking him out, and anything that comes up is going to get knocked out the following turn. Another Carbink, okay. Now, the scary thing about his deck, as I mentioned, of course he gets another Mew. Like I said, he runs lots of elixirs, lots of energy, so he typically, always hits his energy. So far, I haven't seen any max elixirs, but it seems like when he gets them, it just goes off. Like he gets 2 max elixirs, double puzzle, and just hits them all, and just sets up 2 Pokemon to attack in 1 turn. It's just insane. So let's see what he opts to do this time. He's going to set up his Buzzwole more, which honestly was probably not the right play, unless he's hoping to get a Floatstone Elixir off of this Sycamore, which he very well could be. That could actually help us. The Scorched Earth could help us. Alright, so he's Elixiring. But, oh, you know, he may be putting the energy on to retreat into a Mew. Okay. Just hope he doesn't get it set up. As I would love to take 2 prizes this next turn, but I don't know if that's going to happen. And all it would take after he hits me with Mew is to get a strong energy on a Buzzwole, and then he can knock my Buzzwole out, which could be very problematic. He dumped a second puzzle. Okay. I was surprised to see that. He must have a decent hand that he's wanting to hold on to. It would have been better to hold the puzzle. Oh no, he's going to super add stuff back in. He could have puzzled and set up his top 3, I guess. Depending on what's the last card in his hand. I believe he's already Sycamored this turn. I think that's correct. Yeah, he did. So Mew, Lele, and Fighting Energy, that makes sense. Instruct, let's see what he gets here. Alright, so he's going to retreat. He's going to do exactly what I thought. He still has 3 elixirs in deck. Okay. Awesome. He's swinging for 40. Let's put this guy out here. This guy for when he gets knocked out. Jet Punch for the knockout. Hit this Buzzwole again. Alright, we get a Gizmo. That's actually really good for us if he doesn't promote what we want, or if he gets something else out that we don't want to take out. I just gotta hope he doesn't get a strong, and he gets a strong. That's okay. What we'll probably do... pull out the other Buzzwole, install it. What I really need now is some draw support, actually. That's where we're kind of struggling at this moment. I mean, we've had a Sycamore and a Cynthia, but we didn't even use the Sycamore. Got his second max elixir off. It's 5 energy in the hole. 6 if you count the one in play. He's going to elixir again for one of the like 10 remaining in his deck, so he hits it, of course. I'm trying to think here how I want to play this. I think I Guzma up a Rangaroo, do some setup. Gonna use Scorched Earth. Another Guzma. Thanks for that. Yeah, I think we'll Guzma up a Rangaroo. Let's set up a Lele. I mean, we might as well. We don't have our Buzzwoles out, so that kind of hurts us right now. Oh, it has to be a fighting Pokemon. That's fine. I guess we have to do it. I should have grabbed Strong Energy. Wasn't even thinking about that. That was my bad. If I survive, then I could attach it and be swinging for 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 with this Carbink. It wouldn't be with the other attack, but that's fine. Guzmo. What's he going to take down? What stinks is he'll be taking this guy down with a jet punch. Yep. And hitting a Lele. That hurts us. I would love to top deck a Sycamore. That would be amazing. And you can see what's hurting us. Like I said, he's got multiple set up all at the same time, just ready to go. Oh man, you don't. There's no more Lele, so I don't want to Ultra Ball. I'm gonna knock out the Oranguru because that's kind of hurting us too, getting that all set up, and see if we can draw a supporter off of our prizes here. Lily, okay, good. That's good. We'll Ultra Ball this next turn and then Lily. Problem is we are going to have to dump Floatstone, which really stinks. Unless he doesn't get an energy on the active, which I seriously doubt that's going to happen. Like I said, with as many energy as this deck plays. 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, he's running lower than where he starts. But that's okay. Sorry, let me adjust this camera. I just realized it's sitting low. Or I'm sitting low. Alright, so we see a Skyla. Probably 4 Max Elixir. Oh, for a puzzle. Okay. Okay. Energy Max Elixir, maybe? Just go absolutely insane on it. Or he could be grabbing a... Well, no, Guzma wouldn't make sense because he already Skyled. He could be setting up for next turn. That could be an option. Okay, yeah, he's setting up for next turn. So an N would definitely be much better for us because that Guzma will just absolutely wreck us. Okay. I think that pretty much, that might pretty much seal it. Because he's got the Guzma. N's the only way to get us out of this. Nope. Let's just go all in here. Ultra Ball, Floatstone. No, we'll grab Buzzwell. Yeah, we really couldn't get set up at all there. Really rough time with that. Saw 2 elixirs and both of them failed. So we hit a Floatstone again, no energy. So he wins this one for sure. Yeah, he already knows it. So we are going to scoop that one up and move on to round 2 with this list. Normally, if you watch my top deck videos, I'll usually just showcase one game because you guys have probably seen a lot of these games on stream during the tournament, and so you've seen them in action. This is more just to show it off to those who didn't watch. But when we have someone like Matt on here, we will do 3 matches for sure. And 9 times out of 10, when I face against him, he always wants to try the mirror match, which, I mean, makes sense. That's something I think that people don't consider when they're looking at a deck. They say, okay, can it beat this? Can it beat that? Yes or no? What makes it good against this? What makes it good against that? But they never sit back and go, well, how do I beat it if I come up against it? If I'm playing this deck and they're playing the exact same deck, how do I beat it? And most people don't consider that. The top tier players, they'll consider it, but some mid-range players just don't even think about it. It doesn't come into their mind, but it's definitely something that needs to be considered. This hand would be horrendous if I didn't have Lele. So thankfully we have Lele. I will be grabbing a Cynthia for sure. No reason not to, because this is just awful. And we are going to see the Ho-Oh Kiawe list. He told me before that he wanted to try this out, and there he goes. He gets it. He gets his turn 1 Kiawe. This could be a tough matchup because the speed, again, he's loving his speed decks. But not only that, Ho-Oh is resistant to fighting, so that really kind of hurts us. We're not going to be hitting for as hard. Okay, so I don't even need to use my Lele. I just have the Cynthia. But I need more Pokemon or this game is over. Alright, there we go. We get another Pokemon. And we can actually set them up. And then we have an end for next turn. That's good news. Well, Elixir. We hit that one. So, as long as we keep this hand and have that energy, we will actually be able to knock out Ho-Oh on our second turn. Swinging for 240, 260, 280, 260 with resistance. I'm okay with that. And then we can follow up on another knockout. Oh, Guzma, come on, Matt. Come on. What are you doing? Oh. Well, everything I just scratch it. Just scratch it. He knocks us out easily. That hurts, bro. That hurts. Sigh. Okay. Here's hoping for the break. And another Buzzwole to set up. Thankfully, he can't use the same attack again unless he does get a Guzma. That could hurt us. We don't even get to attack this turn. Wow. Natalie is by far a better player than me because I can't even draw the right cards. This is going terribly. And there's that Scorched Earth again. He's loving that card. So like I said, he can't use Phoenix Burn again this turn. Unless Guzma wouldn't help him. He'd have to have some sort of switching. But he can use Sacred Fire, for 50. I'm going to use Scorched Earth at the start of this next turn, see if I can get anything. And then, depending on what we're able to play out, maybe play Lily. So, there's that Dom. He's going to have the switching option. He's going to do it. He has a float. Oh, no, he doesn't. What's he going to have, though? Sycamore, probably. Dig for Floatstone. If he hits the Floatstone, then that's game over. Oh, man. Yep, that's what he's going for, the Sycamore. Matt, you dirty dog. Just absolutely wrecked me there. He's been wanting to try this, and he's getting exactly what he signed up for, that's for sure. Okay, so he didn't find his Floatstone. Good. Good. Awesome, we get a Buzzwole. Let's not do that. Let's see what we get first. Another Carbink. Let's do this. It's Lily. Got another Buzzwole. We're gonna pass for now. So what we really need next turn, we're going to attach that energy. We're going to put our other Carbink in the active because this one will probably be knocked out unless he grabs another Guzma. Ah, boy. Nasty. There's Guzma number 2 for the game. And our whole game we've had 3 of our 4 Guzmas in our hand. So instead of just hitting 1 Elixir, we have to now hit 2 with our other Buzzwole. He's making us work for any prizes. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna see what we can get here. Parallel. He's just going to dump a Lele. That's all he's going to do. So I'll actually just Ultra Ball these away. We will grab a Carbink. We'll put that on the active, just in case. And then we are going to end. And again, this is a deck that typically doesn't rely on abilities. I mean, you do have Dawn Wings, but that hasn't been the issue so far. Well, actually the issue's been Lele. So yeah, I guess had we had Garb set up, it's just a matter of getting the Pokemon out. So alright, we kind of get something. Kinda. Here's hoping that he doesn't have another Guzma. Alright, so Buzzwell's set up for the next turn. If we can survive this. Now we did end him, which is good. That really reduces the chance that he gets it. And this is where we could start powering back. We're gonna get our Garb up. We have Buzzwell ready to swing for right now 280, 260 with resistance. So we will be knocking out Ho-Oh, and then Volk cannot one-shot him, but I can one-shot with my Knuckle Impact, and then from there we just need another knockout. Which is possible, very possible. If we're able to play this appropriately and make things happen, then I think we're in good shape. See a Float Zone, he's gonna get in and out. So he can knock out Carbink Break at least. Which makes sense, he might as well do that. I mean, look at his, this is crazy, look at his discard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards in his discard pile. That's all he's had to use so far, which is just insane to me. Was that another Ho-Oh? Another Ho-Oh, Choice Band. Alright. So he's making sure that he can get a knockout on Carbink. He doesn't want to 3-shot it. Makes sense, makes perfect sense. He still only has 1 card, that's useful for us. Alright, so Buzzwell's for sure going to take this knockout. That's who's doing the work here. No doubt about it. We are going to Guzma, not Guzma, Garbodor. We still have 3 more Guzmas in deck, correct? Yeah. Let's Ultra Ball, grab ourselves a Lele and a Sycamore, so we can get more stuff set up here. Or yeah, we have Sycamores in there. Excuse me. I will use that before we attach the Float Stone. Order of operations here. Now, of course, our biggest liabilities right now are Garbodor and Carbink. Of course, Volcanion can knock those out with 1 shot. You know, that's just, it's the risk. It is the risk. Let's see. Could set up Zygarde. Let's dump one of these. Let's see what we draw into. Fighting Fury Belt, okay. I'm going to attach this one. We'll set him up as a secondary one. Who knows? And we'll actually put that on him now, so they don't try to do anything. Absorption, we're finally going to take a knockout here. Swinging for 270 damage. That Ho-Oh definitely puts in work. We hit another Max Elixir, that's good. I don't know how much energy we have left. Let's see here, we've used 3. 7, so 2 more potentially. That could very well be prized. But we're down to do or die, really. So Zygarde won't get to come out to play unless Buzzwell's really, really hurt. And then it's just necessary at that point. And the good thing is we do have Guzma. So he's going to key Away. And we're going to be able to 160, 180, 200, 210, 190. We will be able to take out Ho-Oh. Yeah, awesome. Okay. So we're actually in a much better spot than we originally thought. We're going to Elixir, see if we can hit this. Nope, didn't think so. That's fine. But we're going to Guzma take down that Ho-Oh that he just brought up. we're still in this thing. Knuckle Impact. Alright, now the problem is Volcanion can one-shot us. We have to get Buzzwole out of the active to be able to do anything. Another Guzma right now would just be absolutely insane. If we hit a Guzma off this top deck this next turn, we're golden. He gets a Sycamore. That could be problematic for us if he gets... I don't know how many Volks he runs. I think he just runs the one. There's a Nest Ball. We're about to find out. Maybe he doesn't have any. An N could really hurt him right now, but it would really hurt us as well. Yeah, at this point we need to one-shot something. And really the only way to do that is with Guzma. Okay, so now he's setting up a Lele. Interesting. Or potentially keeping it from being stalled in the active, depending on what he chooses to do this turn. Okay. Alright, so we have to get him out of the active for Guzma top deck. That's what I'm talking about. GG. Wow. I cannot believe we did that. Typing, it's hard. Alright. That was exciting. I cannot believe we came back from that. The speed of Ho-Oh just destroyed us. The good thing is, once we got Ho-Oh out of the way, we were able to kind of just take over and do what we need to do. If he tries to Kiawe late game, that could cause problems for him, for sure. So now we're going to grab the last game of this video. Come on, there we go. And see if we can make something happen. I'm trying to remember what other deck he said he was messing with. I know he mentioned those two. He mentioned Raichu GX at one point. I don't think he's going to pick that one because this is a fighting deck, but who knows? Grass, Dark, Lightning. Maybe Zoroark Golisopod. Or Leafeon with Zoroark. Who knows? Who knows? We'll just have to see. Alright. Not a great start. I mean, I guess we got some okay stuff. Alright, Zoroark Golisopod. That is exactly what I expected. That's actually good news for us, because, of course, we hit Zoroark for weakness. We do play Garbotoxin, so we can shut down abilities if we need to. Yeah, no, I think this should be an okay matchup for us. Our biggest difficulty is, of course, Carbink and Zygarde are weak to grass, but those aren't our main attackers. Our main attackers are Buzzwole, of course. So as long as we play this appropriately, we should be able to come out on top. I mean, it also comes down to draws as well. I'm not gonna pretend like it's, you know, solely up to me, because draws can definitely mess up a game. I imagine he'll go for a Sycamore with this Lele. No point in a Bridget at this time. Yeah, there you go. Something nice. Alright, so there's a Sycamore. What's he dumping? A Golisopod, okay. Yeah, not worth holding on to. And I imagine he plays puzzles. Wouldn't be surprised by that at all. Dumped a Bridget and an N. Probably grabbing another Wimpod. Oh no, Coco. Alright. Needs that free retreat. Makes sense, makes sense. Alright. So we get Zygarde. I don't want Zygarde. Let's see what we got in our deck first. Good there. Good there. Yeah. Alright. Prize 2 Guzma. 1 N. No, I'm sorry, we play 2. So 2 Guzma, 1 Fury Belt is 3. A Strong Energy is 4. 2 Fighting Energy is 5, 6. So not terrible prizes. We'll get ourselves our Buzzwole. I guess we dump Parallel, dump Zygarde. Sycamore's not good here because we have no way to get our stuff back. And those are 2 important pieces in this match. So for now we're gonna... Oh no, we could Lily, it's our first turn. Let's do that, that way we can hold on to the Carbink, break, and have it built up next turn. Floatstone would be great though, so we could attack. There's a Floatstone, there's a strong, or a Fighting Energy, excuse me. So that's good. So now let's start getting some damage out here. Would have liked to have had a Trubbish, but that's okay. Jet Punch will hit this guy to set him up. I think he's trying to decide what to do. I don't think he has his Golisopod. He would have likely played it down already. So now I think he's just trying to decide what he wants to do. Best plan of action. In other words, which Pokemon does he want to give up as a sacrifice? Does he want to dump? Nope. Okay, so he's got a Cynthia. So maybe he was debating between that and an N. But N doesn't hurt us, so... no use in really doing that. Dumping a Lele, alright. I imagine he's going to double puzzle. Let's see here. Probably get back his Golisopod. What else he get? Maybe a supporter. Kukui would not be a bad option. Because Choice Band Kukui, he could one-shot a Buzzwole. No, he's going to grab an Ultra Ball. Interesting. Probably get another Wimpod set up. Yeah. Let's see what he does. I know he's going to come up and swing for 120. That just makes sense. There's really no reason not to. Yep, that's exactly what he does. First impression for 120. So now we're going to need to start setting up our Carbinks for sure. Oh, Strong Energy. Where were you before? But we'll set that up now. This guy. Because we can pretty much anticipate he will be attacking next turn. Actually, no. Do I want him to attack this turn? And potentially preserve. He's swinging for more than Buzzwole. Not by much, but more. And he only gives up one prize. Let's do that. try that out, see how it works for us. It'd be much better, of course, if we had energy in our discard. I'd be much quicker to make that decision for sure. But if I can keep him out there taking down one prize at a time, I'd much rather do that. For sure. I'd really love to get our Garbotoxin up next turn. But Cynthia helped us by getting the Trubbish, but then it hurt us and we didn't get our Garbotoxin back. But I have no doubt we'll be able to get it back. And we run two of them in here. Ah, he gets the Guzma. Of course. That stinks. So we actually gave him the 2 prizes by doing that. That's alright, because now Carbink's attack is actually going to mean something. We're going to be able to get an energy out on some Pokemon. Preferably off the end, we can get ourselves another Buzzwole going. Because that's really going to be how we take our knockouts during this game. Crossing Cut's what he's going for now. Or Armor Press, not Crossing Cut. Sorry about that. Put this guy up. Excuse me. Awesome. There we go. Alright. Oh, there we go. Let's do that. It's N. Come on, double elixir. That's what I want to see. Of course not. Actually, got one better. Alright, let's attach this here. Let's dump energy for Lele. We'll grab our Garbotoxin. And then we'll bring this Carbink up, swing, and set up Buzzwole to be taking some knockouts. And right now, no matter what he does, he cannot one-shot our Buzzwole because he has 230 HP right now, which is solid. And we're actually going to Guzma that guy up. I think that's the better option for sure to use the GX on. Ah, and he gets a Guzma. So he's going to hit... Oh no, he's going to take down Garbotoxin. Interesting, okay. Makes sense, makes sense. Cannot blame him for that. So I can clean shot this guy. You know what, Lele's going to get tanky. Yeah, I'm going to clean shot this guy. And then whatever he brings up after won't one-shot our Buzzwole. And we'll be able to take it out. But then whatever comes up after that, we'll finish it off. That's the only problem. So we're going to have to see how we can make this work. So you 20, 40. So if we get another strong energy on a Carbink break, we could actually two-shot a Zoroark. That would be pretty cool. Don't think that's the game plan though. What we got left in this guy? 120. Another strong energy would be two-shotting that from where it's at this point. I don't think that's the appropriate game plan though. Mew EX. Here comes the DCE. Yep. That's about where our game comes to a close. That hurts. Because, yeah, so now we can Guzma. We can Guzma Coco and take it out. but nothing we have is going to one-shot a Mew EX right now. 16. Yeah. I mean, we can two-shot a Mew, but that doesn't do us any good. I bet Zygarde's in the discard. Yep, Zygarde's in the discard. That would have made a difference. See here, what options do we have? I don't think we have any options. Unless, how many elixirs have we played? None. If we Cynthia hit some elixirs, let's do that. That's literally our only chances. Otherwise, we'd just be Guzmang taking one prize and that's it. Alright, so we get 2 elixirs. We might be able to take this thing out in a couple turns. Might as well. Yeah, I guess if we hadn't, if we hadn't attached to begin with, we could have Ultra Ball, double elixir, attach an energy to a Buzzwole and knock that out. That would have been spicy, but it's very unlikely that we'd hit all that off of that. There's no way for us to know that before. And he can actually use Crossing Cut GX for game. Like he could, no, he'd have to have a Grass Energy, sorry. So yeah, he would have to get that first. Which, if he does, wow. GG, he gets us. Dang. Oh yeah, and you'd have to get the field blower to make that happen. Yep, and there it is. Well, I guess this is a deck that obviously takes a lot of practice and skill. I knew that going into this. Plays very differently than a lot of the decks I'm used to, especially the Buzzwole decks I'm used to, and I've been messing around with a lot of those. So yeah, this is one that if you decide to pick up, it definitely takes some time to put into it. You need to know your matchups, which I think that was my biggest weakness, not knowing my matchups going into this. And I mean, the first 2 matches were speed lists for sure, and we managed to take one of those, so that was good. So yeah, so hopefully you guys have enjoyed this list. I know I enjoy the list. I'm not saying I don't. It's just very different than what I'm used to. So if you enjoyed it, take the list, go try it out. Like I said, I don't think it's something you just pick up right away and you have it. It's definitely unique. But Natalie knew what she was doing with it when she took 2nd place. So congrats, Natalie, with this list. Awesome job. For the viewers, guys, if you enjoyed the video, please be sure to leave a like down below. As I mentioned at the beginning of this video, this upcoming week I should be having a new logo, maybe a new intro video. I'm super excited for that. So be sure to come back and check out the channel. You'll know when that's happening if you just hit that sub button. You'll get those updates and you'll know what's going on with the channel. So please be sure to hit that sub button, and we'll see you guys next time here on the Deck Box, where I want to know what's in your box. Have a great night, guys.